Crazy Chef Productions, Crazy Chef. Today I'm doing the Crazy Chef Bread version 2.0. No flour, no yeast. It's going to be based on seeds, psyllium husks and rolled oats. And I will tell you what I'm going to put in as I put them in. Right, I've got a mixing bowl. I've got a mixing bowl, all my various accoutrements spread out on the table, so as I've got everything at hand. I'm now going to pan down to the work surface. Okay, I've got my working bowl, I've got my working spoon. I'm going to put all the dry ingredients in first, and I'll tell you what they are. So I've got 20 grams of flax seeds. Very good for anti-inflammatories and contain lignans. I've got my chia seeds, 20 grams of chia seeds as a gelatinous binder and soluble fibre, and also contains omega-3. Next, I've got 20 grams of very small sunflower. These are not the big wide sunflower seeds, they're sort of cracked sunflower seeds that look like that. I'm now going to use 20 grams of white quinoa. Fibre, antioxidant, gluten-free, contains magnesium, iron and zinc. Next, I'm going to use 150 grams of rolled oats. Now these are rolled oats, which means they've not been ultra processed, they've not been beaten to smithereens. They're basically as natural as you can get them. I'm now going to put in 150 grams of chopped mixed nuts. Now I've got walnuts, I've got almonds, I've got Brazils, I've got hazelnuts, maybe a few other odds and ends, so that's going in. Right, to mix this up. It's all very dry, so mix it up. I'm now going to put 2 teaspoons full of sea salt, and as an optional, because I like to see it rise a little bit, I'm putting 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda and 1.5 teaspoons of the baking powder. This is optional, it's entirely up to you. I just, as I go along, I improve. As I do more more mixtures, I improve. So that's all going to be mixed up. Now that is what I call the dry mix. And the dry mix. Okay. I'm now going to look at the wet mix. I'm having 400 millilitres of water. I'm having 3 tablespoons of olive oil. But before I do that, I've got a couple of extra things I've got. So these are again optional. I've got some oregano. You don't have to do this. Oregano, basil. I'll put this on my blog. Oh, I forgot to put in 35 grams of psyllium husks. Pre-probiotics, good for digestive health. And I've actually got some chopped olives there. This again is extra, you don't need it, but I just, why not? So I'm going to mix all that up. And again, there's the dry mix. I'm now going to put in 3 tablespoons of, I haven't got tablespoons, I've got soup spoons, but of extra virgin olive oil. This is actually Greek olive oil, but anyway. 1, 2. I try to get it as accurate as I can, but you know, it's all to do with development. Just mix that up in. I'm now going to put in my 400 mils of water. Put it in there. Put it in 2 lots. Now, it will look like volcanic lava when it's finished. It might look a bit wet to start with. I let it settle for 30 minutes. Because the oats and the psyllium husk and the flax seeds Chia will actually absorb the water. So although it looks a bit wet at the moment, it won't be wet when it's finished. So, and if you find it slightly too dry or too wet, just put a few more oats in. So that's that. I'm now going to come back. I'm going to stop the camera. I'm going to come back in about half an hour, or when I consider it suitable for the next stage, and I will preheat an oven, a fan oven at 180 degrees C, and I'll put it in for 1 hour anyway. Okay. Also keep your recipe by you too, because I'd have missed out the psyllium husk. I don't have me prompt notes. Look, let's even get look, you can see it's getting thicker and thicker. Look. Okay, I've been about 15 minutes actually. It's all like volcanic lava. It's not wet anymore. Okay, I've prepared a baking tray. You can use a metal one, but I tend to use Pyrex, and I've got some parchment paper, and I keep my parchment paper in place by clothes pegs. Now, you have to remember to take the clothes pegs off before you put it in the oven. I didn't once, so I had to open the oven. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in, just to spread it around the paper, so it comes out easily. Probably put a bit too much on there, but anyway, okay, rid of that. And now I'm going to pack it in. If I had a spoon, I'll pack it in. Okay, let's put it in. You can actually make bread rolls if you want. You don't have to bake it in a tin. You can actually make bread rolls, scones, or whatever you like with it. But do play around with the mixture. An extra thing, I mean, you don't need the quinoa, but I mean, I like to put some, as it's based on seeds and oats. I thought I'd put in some quinoa since I've got it in my development kitchen cupboard. I could get another spoon. Hold on. Okay, so this is 2.0. I call it the Crazy Chef Bread 2.0. It's obviously not bread. It's based on oats and nuts, seeds and nuts. Okay, now I'm waiting for the oven to come up to speed, so I'm not put it in here. Let's pack it all down. Pack it all down. Pack it all down. I'll get rid of the clothes pegs. And as I said, it's the Crazy Chef, so you get what you see, and it's only one take. So if I mess it up, you see it happening. If I mess it up too much, I won't publish it, but I mean, you can see what I'm doing. I think you can see what I'm doing. There, that's all packed in, nice and tight. You could actually spray a few seeds on the top, if you like. Oh, by the way, make sure the flax seeds, make sure you grind them. If you eat whole flax seeds, you don't get any nourishment out of them because they just go straight through. They don't break up in the intestines. So, okay, so that is ready. That is ready for, I mean, to put it in the oven for 1 hour when the thing says it's ready. Okay, the oven is now ready. I'm now going to put it in the oven. So here we go. We're on our Siemens oven. Let's put it in at the top. There we go. There we go. Close the door. 180 degrees, and we'll set the timer for 1 hour, 60 minutes. Okay, we've got the oven set for 1 hour at 180 degrees C. It's a fan oven, and we'll come back when it's ready to take out. Crazy Chef out for the moment. Okay, it's had an hour. I think it looks all right. I'm just going to take it out and I'll put it on a cooling rack. Just put it on the cooling rack. I'm not even going to take it until it's cooled down. I'm not even going to take it out the baking tray because it'll probably just sag. So, Crazy Chef, it's almost ready to serve. It just needs about, I don't know, 20-30 minutes to cool off, and I will come back when it's cool.